Hello, and on my desk today, we have some high-end US type coins coming up in Stack's Bowers Gallery's November 2021 Baltimore auction. And as you can see, we have an incredible spread of rare US type. So let's get right in. First up, let's grab this 1851-50 Humbert and NGC AU58. This coin is incredible. As any collector of the type will tell you, it's incredibly hard to find coins that don't have damage or cleaning, and this one is incredibly wholesome and only has the slightest amount of wear and contact friction that are holding it from uncirculated grades. Good luster and all of the details there as far as the strike, so keep an eye out for this one when it crosses the block in our November 2021 auction. Alright, next up we have an outstanding 1796 small date, large letters, dollar. This is with the small eagle, and this, as you can see, the surface is just beam with luster. It's got an incredible strike for the type. All the details are there, as you'd expect from a choice uncirculated coin. This is just something you definitely don't see every day, because early US type was not always made to this level of quality, and especially with the small eagle, it's an uncommon sight. So you can see the luster beaming directly off the surface of the coin, just lighting up all of those devices, and it's awesome to see the original Federal Eagle in such incredible originality and detail, right as it came off, the mint back in 1796. Moving right along, we actually have its sister coin in a PCGS AU58. This is the small date, small letters variety, and this coin, while maybe not technically as high of grade, is just outstanding in its originality. The surfaces have dark toning that's rich with all sorts of colors when the light hits it, and there's luster underneath it. Maybe not quite as much as the 63 that we just saw before, but this coin will certainly bring spirited bidding when it crosses the block, as it just has incredible wholesome originality about it. And obviously it was enough that CAC approved it with a green bean, and it's just awesome. Something you don't see every day, that's for sure. All right, let's move on to, again, something incredible. An 1802 over one $5 gold piece in an incredible gem mint state 65 grade from NGC. This coin almost has a proof-like quality to the obverse and is incredibly frosty. Swirling luster, everything you want to see out of a gem coin, which you just don't often see on early US gold. Full luster, it looks like a Morgan dollar in terms of cartwheel. That just isn't a common thing. Some incredible die breaks and a little bit of die polish are visible at the top of the eagle on the reverse, but just a stunning coin with so much original mint frost left on the portrait. Definitely one to keep an eye on, and one of my personal favorites of the lot. All right, next up we've got a 1901 $20 double eagle in MS65 old green holder. And, this is a really tough coin. There's only 14 better at PCGS and it's in an old green holder, which are sought more and more these days, as most of them have been cracked out over the years. Swirling luster, kind of a deep original gold look on this. It's just what you want to see on a Liberty Gold. It's absolutely perfect. All right. Next up, what are we going to get? Proof gold, one of my favorite types in the U.S. catalog of type coins. Here we've got an 1870 $5 in proof 64 with a CAC sticker, formerly of the H.W. Bass Jr. collection. And this coin just must have barely missed cameo when it was graded back in the day. As you can see, it's in a slightly older holder, but there's tons of cameo on the actual surfaces. And, as you'd expect from a premium 64 quality proof, there's very few hairlines, and everything's mostly clean. It's really what you want to see on an early proof like this. And actually, in this designation level, there are none higher. You have to go to cameo or decameo to get higher. So let's take a look at something else here. What do we got? Oh man, it's the early coins keep coming to 1796 $10, a full eagle in NGC AU58. This coin has just seeing a little bit of circulation, which is all that keeps it from that coveted uncirculated grade. But it's something you just don't see again on early eagles, especially with the small eagle reverse. Just outstanding to see early issues in this sort of preservation. Certainly something to keep an eye out for, and all you early U.S. gold type collectors and gold collectors in general need to be watching out for this one, because it's particularly stunning. It looked like maybe at one point it had a little of a semi-PL quality to it when it was minted, so definitely a cool issue. All right, next up we have an 1870 CC Carson City Liberty seated $50, and keep in mind there is a scratch on the bottom of the holder on the obverse, so when we do some up close shots here in a second, you might see that. But an incredibly rare issue, one of the very best, top pop for its type. Incredible frost all in the devices, very original, undipped, not messed with. It's exactly what you want to see when you collect this series, and something you seldom see from the fabled Carson City Mint. So definitely keep an eye out for this awesome $50. All right, moving right along, we've got more. All right, we've got an 1870, same year as before. You can see a trend here in PCGS Proof 66 Plus red cameo with the CAC sticker. I can't tell you how hard it is. Those of you that collect proofs will back me up on this, to get copper not only to be red, but to actually be red and cameo. It just doesn't happen very often on this series, or a lot of the series from the same time period. I mean, it's definitely going to be sought after from all copper collectors and 19th century proof buffs. This is definitely one to go for when it crosses the block. And we're getting near the end, but we still got a couple gems. Look at this, an 1870. Again, the trend continues in MS64 with a CAC sticker. Ex Brent Pogue collection and Bass. So it's got some awesome pedigrees attached to this coin. And $3 gold is just a great series. This one's got a semi-proof-like sort of reflectivity to the fields. Very clean for the type. No haloing like you see a lot in a lot of these $3 golds. And really good cartwheeling luster. So really a strong coin for the assigned grade. And definitely one with just tons of eye appeal. And definitely worth keeping an eye on this if you're looking for a $3 type. All right, and I think we've got one more coin, and it's interesting. It's a 1969S double die obverse, a PCGS MS61 brown with a CAC. And this is a true modern rarity. It's one that we've all looked for in change, clearly doubled on Liberty and then the 69 date, and just a really awesome coin. Thank you all for joining me on this episode of What's on My Desk today. Come back next time for more awesome coins here from Stack's Bowers Galleries.